get right. Let's get right. Let's get right. Let's get right. Let's get it right.
You already know what it is, man. It's your boy Deala T. And this is No Filters. Always appreciate you hitting that like button for me. Subscribing to the channel so you don't miss an episode and sharing this with the world. And of course, family, when you come in, get comfortable. Get you something to eat. Get you something to drink. Get you something to smoke if that's what you do. Because you see the title, fam. Ooh, I knew it. I knew it. Yeah, I knew it. Let's get into this here.
You can't put in a freedom of information request for something that's not federal. This is all local. What they did was something similar, though, and it was like an open records lookup. They're not accepting it right now. They stopped accepting requests.
The disrespect we feel coming from some of the football players is making it very difficult. Today, after our game against Liberty, some of us cheerleaders in uniform went to games. While talking amongst ourselves about the loss, Hunter Metcalf stood up and yelled that my friend, fellow varsity cheerleader, is a fat bitch.
We're going to be getting into a lot of things here that I have on my screens, and we're going to be breaking down some information dealing with this topic of Karmelo Anthony. More and more things are trying to come out now, including Caucasian people. I'm going to be showing those videos for you here and coming from other creditable sources. I'm going to show you something because I did see that a lot of people were complaining about his new intake picture or his new inmate picture. And they're right. They're right. After some digging, I found this out, and they're trying to keep this hidden, but I did find this out. So I'm going to scroll down here. It says, on Wednesday, he was transported to TDCJ, where another new booking photo was taken, and that's the one where you see that he's bald. This is the reason why people were so upset. It was like, oh, they made him cut his hair. Keep in mind, his hair was already cut low, but I get it. They made him bald. So this is after intake, he was transported to his unit of assignment at the PAC unit near Navasota. So after intake, he was transported. And that's the part that stuck out. I was like, okay, so let me look this up. There is a process that they go through. They go to this place called the Burn Unit, which is in Huntsville. And after that, as far as processing is concerned, and then they'll go to the PAC unit, which is the Navasota one that you see here. Okay, this is upsetting to see. But here's the reason why this is upsetting. What you see here, what I'm showing you here, is the senior warden of that particular facility, the Bird Unit, that's in Huntsville. So he had to go here first for processing. Notice the senior warden's name is Collin Metcalf. He went here, and this was before he was transferred to the PAC unit. If we go back to the article, if you read down, it says, authorities generally do not publicly disclose inmate transportation details before a transfer occurs or security reasons. Now it says, Sean Robb reported that inmates are typically transported with other prisoners and may take several stops or may make several stops before arriving in Huntsville for intake and classification. So that confirms that he's there with that. And that's a conflict of interest. I don't know if they have any relation. I cannot verify that. I don't know if he's related to the other Metcalfs within that area. I'm not exactly sure. But there's a strong possibility because he ended up coming out of Huntsville with a bald head. So that's to answer everybody's question about that. You are correct in wondering what happened here, and it had to happen in between him being transported because he was immediately as soon as they gave the guilty verdict, they immediately started the process to put him in jail. Like less than 24 hours, he was already at the facility. Like usually you would think that he would stay at the county jail. But no, they immediately started moving him. And I think, this was done to humiliate him. This is unfortunate. This is another reason why you could tell something's up. And to make matters worse, here's the judge in his case. Like right after that, he decides to do an interview. Judge Roach The judge that oversaw Karmelo Anthony's case, conducting an interview. When have you ever seen this? Out of my years of life so far, I have never seen anything like this before. This is alarming.
No, look, I've been doing this for 20 years.
Right at
a lot of the witnesses come in all shapes and sizes and colors and all that. So that was normal for me. What wasn't normal for me is to have those witnesses be intimidated by things being said on social media, because those young people rely on social media more than I certainly do. And so that sure impacted me to make sure that they did not change their testimony. They were willing to come in and tell the truth without fear of being doxxed or swatted and stuff. And so I took every precaution that I could, consistent with the law, to make that happen.
You know, Steve brought it up too, and I know both sides probably brought it up as well. The AI images.
Okay, I'm going to look into that to see if he says anything that's worthy of listening to. But I just found this to be alarming that he decided to do an interview. As a judge, we never see anything like that before. So now I'm getting ready to play a lot more videos that were sent to me inside of the 13% community server, in which is free. You can join right now using the link in the description. Also, I believe this is probably going to be the only segue that I could utilize to my sponsor. My new book is here, The Quiet Blueprint of Wealth. It's a masterclass that teaches exactly what the title implies. Grab your physical copies on Amazon Prime or anywhere else books are sold, or download the ebook version exclusively at DaneMakeYouThink.com. All right, so in these next videos, you're going to see a bunch of Caucasians or white Americans, whatever you want to call them, stating some interesting takes here.
Secret Service Sam here with a Karmelo Anthony, Austin Metcalf update. Here is an email I have obtained. I believe it to be real. Just listen to this. One of the cheerleaders complaining about the twins, coaches. The other cheerleaders and I have tried to make an effort to stay supportive and spirited throughout the football season. However, the disrespect we feel coming from some of the football players is making it very difficult. Today, after our game against Liberty, some of us cheerleaders in uniform went to Canes. While talking amongst ourselves about the loss, Hunter Metcalf stood up and yelled that my friend and fellow varsity cheerleader is a fat bitch. I don't understand what triggers his rages, but to yell this unprovoked made us all really upset. It was incredibly embarrassing for my friend, as everyone is in Canes looked at her and started laughing. We see the Metcalfs act out time and time again, but we trust that there's no repercussions or some sort of consequence, so we stay out of it. But for it now to be directed towards one of the people that shows up to every game to support and cheer them on is astounding to me. After they left Canes, one of the other football players told us that Hunter said his hands were bisexual, implying that he would not only hit guys, but also girls. She is not embarrassed, but genuinely scared, especially after seeing the way he can act on the field. I'm only coming to you because I feel that you should be aware that he is acting like this in public spaces, which is not good for our school's representation and is discouraging us from cheerleading them on. I'm sorry for even having to come to you about this, but after tonight, it truly feels like it's getting out of hand. I recognize that he may be upset that we lost, but there is no justification for the way he treated my friend tonight. I would also appreciate for my name to stay confidential, as I fear what they would do if they knew.
Okay.
Why did Mike Howard not enter this in Karmelo Anthony's defense? There's so much that has been left out of this trial that we will keep it awake, and I will always...
This is another thing. I really believe that the defense attorney was purposely paid off. Completely. I believe the defense attorney was completely paid off. There's no way he should have lost this. So many loopholes, so many holes that he actually could have filled in as far as the defense is concerned when it comes to Karmelo Anthony's case. This was completely self-defense, especially based off of the people witnessing the video, not the distorted version that they saw in court. They said it was blurry. They really couldn't see it inside of the court. But the people that went to the school to go see it, and they were being accompanied by police and security and the superintendent and the district representative to watch the video. Man, I'm going to get into more of that video in a second, probably in the next video. But in this video, This is very interesting to point out. If this is an email coming from a cheerleader that goes to the exact same school, that attends the exact same school as the twins, and she's actually filing a complaint on behalf of her friend because of the twins acting up, well, at least Hunter in this sense, this is grounds to take a look at. This is grounds to say, hey, maybe we should investigate more here.
If Karmelo Anthony had been white, not only would he have not been convicted, there'd have never been charges. This is Old Texas Paul. Hope your coffee's as good as mine. Well, I hope it's better. I really do. The whole thing was a goddamn tragedy, and it was started by the kid that died. But if Karmelo Anthony had been white and the other kid had been black, these same people that are calling Karmelo Anthony a murderer would be celebrating him all over social media as standing up.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's true.
Young man, 14-year-old man by the name of Carmack Belton was his last name.
Oh, yeah. South Carolina. I remember.
Chased down in South Carolina. Chased. The guy had to chase him and shot him in the back.
Yep.
Guy that shot him was white. Belton was black. That jury said self-defense.
Sure did.
Because he was white. The only reason Karmelo Anthony was convicted was because we are a broken, fucking, bigoted country, and Karmelo Anthony was black. Any other way you slice this, it would have been self-defense.
It should have been self-defense.
We are that fucking broken.
And anybody out there that wants to go ahead and ride off of what they're saying right now as far as the reports are concerned, as if this court is actually correct. No, I don't understand some people. They're going to act like the courts don't get it wrong in some cases, especially in cases like this, but it's purposely done. All we have to do is follow the money, in my opinion, because $600,000, almost $700,000 is missing. Okay, it's missing. And I'm not exactly sure where it went. Some people said that the judge ordered it to go to the lawyer, meaning the defense lawyer. I'm still looking into all of that, guys. I'm going to give you an update in the next video about that because, yeah, it's more information coming out and people are sending me things and I'm going to look at them. Now, this lady here that I'm getting ready to play, they're telling me that she was in the courtroom and she saw the video. Now, I have multiple videos of people that actually saw the video inside of the courtroom and, of course, outside of the courtroom. I'm going to be getting into more detail about that particular part probably in the next video, but I just want to play her portion because what she says, we heard before too. Listen to what she says right in the beginning.
But he never killed that cow. He failed. Yes. He failed on him. And the knife was, he had the knife in his hand.
Well, it wasn't a knife.
What was it?
It was a tool that they tightened up their track cleats with.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, so they never brought a knife.
Yeah.
So that came out in the courtroom yesterday.
Oh, it never was a knife. You know what's the deal? Where'd you get
See, that's interesting because plenty of people were saying that it was a tool and not a knife. It was a tool to, this guy said to fix the cleats. People said that it was the tool to clean the cleats. Don't forget that it was raining out there that day. Really bad.
But anyhow, that's what I'm here for. And I was hoping the court is not out yet.
Right. They're probably going to get out around 6 o'clock.
That's what I thought. That's what they said. And we got another hour. And I just want to, I'm not going to. What's your name?
Thank y'all. Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, so this was in between.
Thank y'all.
Before the verdict. Okay. They were just taking a break.
Okay, so it was the clip. And he had that in his hand.
It's like a little tool like this, like a screwdriver.
So it was,
I like that completely because you're allowed to have that tool as a track athlete to tighten up the cleats.
yeah, okay, yeah.
Okay, so to tighten up the cleats.
Well,
Now, hold on. She said that he fell on that.
Okay, and he had it in his hand. And the other kid fell on that.
button, double tap that screen. You in here with your boy Deala T, my fam. And this is No Filters. Hit that like button, double tap that screen. Become a member today. We're here to save your life. Never forget, you see the Cash App. You already know it's No Filters, family. You see the Zelle. Each and every way, each and every one of you all that support, it goes a long way. It's all love, it's all respect. Bam! Never forget about the raffle coming up on the 26th of June. Get one woman, one man will win. A No Filters T-shirt signed by your boy Deala T, sponsored by Nene Lil Savvy TV in the building as always. Let me tell you something right now what we're looking at. We're looking at two Caucasians, one man, one woman, speaking about what they saw and what they understood about how they seen and how they viewed the system. No bias or nothing. They just living in the same world you and I living in. But what really caught my eye and what really caught my ear about this situation is that this lady is saying that those boys jumped on him and that those boys fell on the tool. This ain't knife. Fell on the tool that has to do with the cleats. Now, we've heard about that several times, more than several times. And this is more that makes the way that the process went with the trial more suspicious. Because if people have to come out, more and more people have to come out and say what really happened and what they seen with their own eyes. And then when they talk about multiple videos, listen, let me say this too. And let me be clear. Let me be clear. Anyone that loses their life by the hands of another person should definitely go through the responsibilities and the consequences that goes with that. It don't matter you black, white, or what color you are. Never forget that everyone is dealt due process and a fair trial. I am not saying that Karmelo Anthony should not deal with the consequences that come with it. But what I am saying is that let the facts and let the truth be told. Let the facts be stated. Let the evidence be shown. Let the people see everything. Hide nothing. Let him have a lawyer that does the right defense. And in that case, you don't have to see content creators go down a road where we have to find out the truth. Where we have to go do the lawyer's job, the public defender's job. Because that's all this is at this point. This is content creators literally defending and looking at the truth as we do Epstein files, as we have P. Diddy. We can go down the list of how many ducks got to get cooked. And as we go through the videos tonight, I want you all to really open up your eyes. And for those that don't view the world through my lens, all I want you to do is just look at the evidence, look at the situations. Yes, it wasn't an all-white jury. So when black people say it was an all-white jury, what we saying is it wasn't a black person on that jury. Yeah, it might have been a Chinese, a European, an Arab, keep going. But it wasn't a black person on the jury. So let's get that straight first. We're not going to keep yelling out it was an all-white jury. No, because it was an all-white jury, but a European, Chinese, and some other non-black. So let's be clear on that. It was just no black jurors, okay? The weapon, not a knife. An object that you use for your cleats. The video footage. More multiple video footage was put in. And I was told and seen, and we all know that in the courtroom, and we're going to talk to a juror. We're going to talk to an audience member that was in the courtroom that can tell you how the judge reacted, the public defender reacted, the prosecutor reacted, the jury reacted, and everyone else. We're going to go down that road as well. Hit that like button, double tap that screen. I want you to understand Deala T's point of view. Karmelo Anthony deserves self-defense and what comes with that consequence for self-defense. He doesn't deserve murder, as if that man was premeditated thinking about doing something to somebody. There's multiple stories that you and I are going to hear. And there's multiple stories that you and I are going to hear because people seen with their own eyes that that man was up under that tent by himself. And people provoked him and came after him and put their hands on him. And then even in the fact that they did that, those people still found themselves falling on him, falling on an object, instead of him pursuing the death of Austin Metcalf. Hit that like button, double tap that screen. We cooking!
Okay, so she said that she saw him fall on it. Now, she's not the only person, by the way, that said that they saw the court video where somebody fell onto whatever it was, if it was a knife or a tool to fix the cleats, a tool to clean the cleats, whatever. She's not the only one. But let's keep it pushing because there's some more information that is coming out. I'm looking into all of this stuff at the same time. I'm going to be updating you guys on things that I find. Another thing is as far as the video, why can't we see the video? And people were like, dang, you know how to do the freedom of information request. Put in a freedom of information request. Let me explain. You can't put in a freedom of information request for something that's not federal. This is all local. What they did was something similar though, and it was like an open records lookup. They're not accepting it right now. They stopped accepting requests. Now, keep in mind, we were just, or at least I was just informed about this situation dealing with this case the day it started becoming popular, a couple of days or maybe a week before the trial. And by that time, it was too late. This happened in 2025. That's why I was like, wait a minute, why are we just hearing about this now? You know, it's just crazy because all of a sudden it went viral. I'm like, okay, let me try to hurry up. But yeah, I think it's probably going to be too late for me to try to grab that video now because they probably already edited it, redacted a whole bunch of stuff. And that's probably what they showed the jury on top of that. But I mean, I did try anyway. And no, it's no getting that right now. They're not accepting requests, which is odd to me because technically it's not. I mean, it is the property of the state. I get that. But that should be made public. That should be public information. That should be open to everyone. But I know they're trying to utilize the excuse that minors were involved in the video. Then block them out. Then blur them out. We just want to see the incident without it being edited. We just want to see the incident. That's it. But we'll see how it goes. I did hear some rumors that there was some people that did get a chance to record. One person did get in trouble for doing that, but one other person didn't. We're going to see if that's going to somehow, hit the internet some type of way. All right, here's the next one right here I wanted to play.
How's everybody doing? So, Jeff Metcalf, boy, I tell you what, he got a lot of nerve. I'm not going to sit there and say what I now know to be fact, but I'm just going to say this. I got you, Hoss. I got you. And it's already in the works for you, the judge, and the prosecutors. See, when somebody has alcohol problems, they like to run their mouth too much. So they didn't know how to truthfully answer the best way of a direct question earlier, did they? Mr. Metcalf, you a racist also. I heard everything you said. What kind of military veteran you call yourself? Let me tell you something, Mr. Metcalf. Back in the day when I was in the Army, and I knew you was who you are right now, and who you've always been, I'd have whooped your ass. You got a lot of nerve to be talking about African-American people like you just did a while ago. Hey, Sarah Fields, you got a lot of nerve to be sitting with that man or however y'all did your interview. That's all right. I've already made one important phone call to a very damn good friend of mine in Texas. Now I want to ask a question. How the fuck did this incident take place in Denton, Texas, but the trial was moved to Collin County? But there was never a change of venue filed in the case.
Wait a minute.
Oh, I know.
Wait, I don't think that's accurate. When I looked everything up, and I have all of the records myself, I do know that all of the records were saying Collin County. Now, I did see Denton County, but it looks like there's Denton County and Collin County, and they're all in Frisco, Texas. Like, they're like right next to each other. But as far as where the incident took place, which is that David Stadium on Stadium Lane, they consider that particular area Collin County. So I don't know what he means by that. That's interesting. But yeah, they call that Collin County. And I should pull that up, but I'm pretty sure it said Collin County. Hold on, actually, let me double check that real quick. Yeah, even the arrest report identifies the stadium location as Frisco, Collin County, Texas. So unless another official filing proves otherwise, it doesn't look like a Denton County case that got quietly moved. It looks like it's Collin County that had the venue from the start.
It's all that fucking redneck fucking judicial style shit down there. Because, see, I'm just going to tell y'all, the photo floating around with Metcalf and you know who, that shit ain't fake. That shit ain't AI. I can't tell you how I know for a fact right now. But I'm going to tell y'all, this shit's for real. This shit is some serious shit. They never filed for a change of venue. No. That case was to be held in Denton County, Texas, not Collin County.
But the incident wasn't in Denton.
Tell you what's up. When the dad of the person that lost their life is friends with somebody that's very good friends with the judge, Roach, and good friends with the prosecutors, where the fuck you think they moved the case to for? Why you think they put the case in the other county? Y'all some sorry ass motherfuckers, man. Let me tell you something. I may not have went to law school, but I'm damn sure smart enough to nail your ass to a blackboard. And like I said, I've already made one phone call and I'm getting ready to make another first thing in the morning. It doesn't matter whether or not he may have committed manslaughter. What matters is this kid never fucking got a proper procedural due process trial. And he's got a judge, he's got prosecutors faced with him. But they're friends with a dad's friend of the deceased. What the fuck? In case y'all didn't know, Metcalf does not have to be friends with the judge and friends with the prosecutor. Just him being friends with someone that's friends with them. I wonder if there's any photos of them all having beer together and playing fucking golf too. But I'm gonna tell you this. Cell phone data.
Yeah, metadata.
Who was that?
Yeah, it'll tell you. Yeah.
Who was that? Synced, y'all, with their cell phones right around each other. That means y'all railroaded this kid, and you even moved it from one county to another. I never knew that it was Denton County. I just knew that they called it Frisco. I never looked at the county.
No, it's Frisco, Texas.
I always knew that it was Frisco, Texas, where the incident took place.
Denton County and Collin County. Nah, it didn't take place in Denton County.
Collin County.
Nah.
The incident.
That's not saying that. Hold on.
Denton. Not Collin County.
All right, so I pulled it up just to make sure, as far as the public schools and everything is concerned. I remember on the report, it says 6927-A Stadium Lane and Stately. It was like Stately Middle School. Hold on, Stately Middle. Yeah, 6927. No, it's Collin County. Yeah. So with that being said, as far as it being Denton County, I see how they right beside each other, but apparently, according to this address, this happened in Collin County. All right, so let's continue.
That's crazy. But again, y'all, they were supposed to have Texas State Police immediately investigate. When have we ever seen something go down at a school where you only have local police involved? This shit's fucked up.
I mean, I've seen it where it was just local.
It made me wonder if all this wasn't done on purpose to try to make a huge divide coming up to these elections.
I said that in my last video.
Yes, I seen everything Metcalf said. And I'm just gonna say this too. He got fucking recorded for everything he said. He was recorded for it all. Mello was moved to a different prison because they thought another prison was not safe enough for him. Look it up. He was moved to a different prison tonight. Y'all please.
This video was done on the 11th. I already looked that up though, so that's verified.
It's not that we don't have passion for the loss of life, but we have a right to feel that this kid deserves proper, true, adequate justice. And I have reason to believe that the defense attorney trashed the case on purpose.
I agree.
Even I could pick different pieces and show you that he definitely didn't give him a proper defense like he was required to do to the best of his legal ability.
I'm going to tell you right now, he only made one objection the entire time.
Ethics standards, he was required to represent that kid the best that he could once he signed a retainer and announced his representation to the case.
He made one objection the entire time.
Dean, y'all pass it out there to Dean for me. Get it to him. Let him see this video. I'm not as damn legally dumb as you thought I am. Or did you try to tell people? I could have provided a way better defense for Mello than this son of a bitch that represented him. But somebody's got some serious explaining to do why they moved this case from where the incident took place. Somebody's got some serious explaining to do how the judge and the prosecutors are friends with a friend of the fucking dad of the deceased.
Now, a lot of people were saying that to be true as well.
This ain't right.
So this is probably...
This ain't right at all.
But that Collin County one that he's talking about...
The judicial system...
Unless they change records pretty quickly.
To protect your rights. Not violate the motherfuckers. I don't care what color you are. You're equal to the same protective due process as every individual. If you're fucking guilty, you still are entitled to your full procedural process.
That's true.
And as I sat back and watched this case where I kept my mouth shut from way back when the incident happened, and I was with Mello back then. Yeah, I was. I got kicked out of Alive. I got a real good friend of mine who lives across the Bay Bridge that was mad at me, but she knows my character. She stayed friends with me. And I respect her and her family as well. So I was with Mello back then. So anybody want to try to say, oh, he's race-based, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I don't need followers on this motherfucker. I can tote my shit just fine. My followers went flying up when I started doing my karaoke lives. So you can go on somewhere with that bullshit, Dean. But the bottom line is this. I don't see color. I see true justice for all. I know how to take the feelings out. I know how to take everything and put it aside and look at a case. And when I see that I feel a kid like this is being railroaded as bad as they did him. I mean, these motherfuckers even turned around and locked him up the same night with sentencing.
Yeah, it was less than 24 hours.
Good night's sleep and a meeting the next day before they come back to court. No, hell no. The judge calls everybody back to court last night. Or the night before because we're in Thursday now.
Hit that like button, double tap that screen. Uncommon Woman. Let me tell you something what's crazy. Uncommon Woman, check this out. You know what's crazy? Let me tell you what's good. Let me tell you what's crazy. Let me tell you the great part about this. You know, it's messed up that Austin lost his life. It's messed up that Karmelo is incarcerated. Okay. Long time, the wrong way. He could be incarcerated, but he incarcerated the wrong way, right? But the only good thing about this situation is that this really exposes you to see who you really are. Because you know how many people that's walking amongst us that's racist? How many people you work with at your job that's racist? How many people that's serving you your food that's racist? At the store, checking out your stuff. Any service in the world that creates or provides a service, people be racist. And now that this is the good part about what this has done, this has exposed people that's racist. Because now you same people in here that's acting racist or got them comments, you basically exposing yourself or letting us know that you've been a racist all your life. And now that this situation happened, instead of you saying, because it's black people I know that wouldn't want you to be that don't want it to be no all black jury. It's black people I know that don't want white folk that want it fair and square. Because again, if you guilty and you bad and you did what you did, it's gonna show. It's gonna come out. We don't have to sugarcoat nothing. We don't have to hold videotapes. When the situation happens, it's not gonna happen. And then all of a sudden, after it happens, it's 1,000 people talking about videotapes. Due process wasn't done right. The trial itself was just hoodwinked. The judge, he closed the doors on the public. He got the local regular police department investigating what then was thought of as a homicide or something. Everything was just wrong. And I'm trying to get you to understand, the only good thing about this situation is that he exposes your racist ass. Those that are racist, those that's got them comments to be made. See, now we know that you the one making them comments. See, you can't hide behind the racist card no more, because now you be in people's lives, like in here right now, hit that like button, double tap that screen. In here making these comments, and now we know your racist ass and why you ain't getting nowhere in life. So that's what I like about it, is that now we gonna see who really racist. Now we gonna see who really talking that monkey chimp out some what's his name, Chud the Builder, chimp out. You know what's funny about Chud? And we finna hit that like button, double tap that screen. You know what's funny about Chud? Chud never pulled up on them real ninjas. Cause if you pulled up on them real ones, you see what happened, don't you? Now he's somewhere locked up, regretting all that mouth he was talking, just pulling up, talking bad to you. You got the nerve to say some chimp out, calling folk monkeys or something? First of all, Dirty, you want to walk up and disrespect a person and tell them to be calm? Me walk up and call you every redneck, everything in the book intentionally, and then tell me that that's okay because you ain't tripping, because your past history, those words come from something. So you got to understand, man, all of these words come from history. Everything got history in it. Everything, somebody went through something and created the word Negro. Like, this is real. These things come from something. So it's not the same thing. Candy Girl Pink, shout out to you in the building. We got some racist people in here. Watch your face, watch your mind, watch your ear, duck yourself. But I'm just trying to give you the understanding that the only thing that came out of this case that could possibly be good is that I know who you are that's racist now. I know who over there typing that shit. I know who making that comment. We can go look you up and see where you at and what city you in. Because at the end of the day, you know and I know, regardless, if truth is truth, there should be none other thing that comes out. Nobody has to see, and it's sad because here you have the black community having to go search for the truth. If everything was done right in the right process, nobody would have to go fighting or go look for the truth. Everything would just be put on the table. It'd be one way, one band, one sound telling you one thing. Boy, it's so many inconsistencies. It's so many tapes. You got white people and black people talking about what happened. Let me say that again. You got white people, Caucasians, talking about what happened. And then the funny part is, it's like, you got some white, let me tell you something, Jesse D81. See, Jesse want to talk stuff. Jesse the type of person that wants to provoke you. Provoke until you pick them up and choke line them and clothesline them and leave them somewhere stinking, right? And then they say, oh, see, you tripping. See how you ready to get violent? But it's like, if you walked up on that same white person and kept calling them out of their names and rednecks and being totally disrespectful to the 20th power, because there's different ways to do it. We're going to tell you, chill out. You getting mad. Even though I just disrespected you and your culture of white people and your grandmothers, grandfathers, and every history that they went through, whatever, look at you getting mad. The thought of you even thinking that you can just do that means that you are racist. Because somebody told you to be at home and just start thinking about messing with other people. Race. Some told Chud the Builder to just wake up one day and let me just go mess with these people over here and tease them about being NIGGAs and being this and they just let me just throw a bunch of racial slurs at them to make them mad and see what they do. So if somebody sit back and don't do nothing, you just got to sit back and get talked to like this was the slavery days, Jesse. You see what I'm saying, Candy Girl Pink? You feel me, Candy Girl? It's funny how they be like that. And it ain't all white people, just like it ain't all black people. It ain't all, but when we talk about the racist ones that it is, it's funny, Jesse. It's funny, Jesse, when y'all talk all that talk and then somebody snatch the breath out your little ass and now you over there looking like, what? Oh, then y'all talking about, see, you got violent. Violent. So you rather us just let you just disrespect, be racist, talk racial terms, just throw it in our face and we just sit there and just listen to it all day and night. You would do that? These are the type of questions I have for you. Would you do that, Jesse? You allow black people or any other culture to just walk up on you and get to doing all these white slurs? That's what you would do? I'm trying to get you to understand, like, why would you even want to do it? It ain't a thing about being triggered. It ain't a thing about messing with people. It's the thing about, why are you even going outside to provoke someone else? Can you answer that for me, Jesse? Why would you, Jesse, go outside and provoke somebody else? No, I'm just asking. You think it's okay for Chud the Builder to just wake up and say, hey, I'm finna just go antagonize, provoke, be aggressive, another race? You think that's okay, Jesse? That's all I'm asking. You think that's okay to just wake up and just go call Chinese people chinks and go disrespect Chinese people? You think it's okay to just wake up and go disrespect Arabs? You think that's like Muslims? I'm just asking. That's something you would just think to just go do? Like you have nothing else to do with your life but to just wake up and go talk down about another race. And you saying that's why Melo locked up? Jesse, where's the disrespect? You just disrespected me 10 comments back. What you mean? You just said a couple things that's disrespectful. What are you saying? So what do you mean, where's the disrespect? See, it's funny because white people, you can't disrespect somebody and then say, oh, don't worry about it. But then when somebody check your ass, you quick to be like, oh, who disrespected who? What happened? That's funny. And you know what else is crazy? Karmelo Anthony not even locked up for actually being disrespected and having to go handle his business. He locked up because people actually tried to jump him. He not locked up because he was like, oh, forget that today. I'm finna just go handle my business today and go get at some white boys. That ain't why he locked up. You don't, but Melo did what? So that's what I'm saying. Y'all got to stand on business, man. Sir, you said a couple things that was regarding Karmelo, and all I said is that everybody deserves due process. Everybody deserves a fair trial. And when I'm saying these things and you're not saying those things, or you saying other things that's like, oh, you know, watermelon. I don't know who that was that called me a watermelon felon or something else. But the point I was making when I started to see your comments, I was just trying to think like, you think it's okay to just wake up and just go disrespect another race? That's what I'm talking about. Hit that like button, double tap that screen.
That's some straight up bullshit, man. Straight up bullshit.
Yeah, you was talking about him. And he made
it was. You wonder why the African Americans out there are so fucking pissed and angry. Hey, you know what, African Americans? I'm not so sure about my Trump support anymore. I'm really not. So I tell you.
I'm sorry, Norma Burris. Norma, listen, Norma, all you going off of is the news and what you're going by. You need to start trying to figure out some other news. You need to start figuring out how to find out the right news. You need to actually figure out how to find out the truth news. Because the way you sound, Norma, said he is locked up for murder. He was not jumped. Oh, yes, he was jumped. And yes, he was locked up for murder. But if you think about it, that whole process of the trial wasn't right. And they did the whole trial and jury and everything in one day, shipped them off so fast, they wouldn't even have time to see what was wrong, what was not really done right. The footage that was withheld. Oh yeah, it's a lot.
What? Go vote for that Tallarico and get rid of them fucking sorry ass Republicans down there. Because Greg Abbott and them knew that this judge was required to recuse himself. Oh, see, a governor has way more power than one may think. Greg Abbott was required to be president of the state. Guess what I found? It was announced way back then about a potential conflict of interest. And the judge refused to recuse himself. But nobody knew about the prosecutors being friends with the dad's friend. I'm gonna look into them. They're witnesses. Go up on the stand line. Man, I'm gonna have y'all's law degrees fucking stripped from you motherfuckers. I'm gone.
Let's get Norma together. Norma said, no, he was not jumped. Where does it show he was jumped? Yeah, Norma, you didn't see this actual footage. Because every person that seen the footage says he was jumped, ma'am. Or guy.
That's what I thought. That's what they said. And we got another hour. And I just want to know that I'm going to know. What's your name?
Course, outside of the courtroom. I'm going to be getting into more detail about that particular part probably in the next video, but I just want to play her portion because what she says, we heard before too. Listen to what she says right in the beginning.
But he never killed that cow. He failed. Yes.
Let's get to the videos where y'all can see about this man. The man had, listen, let me tell you something. He was jumped. Yes, he was jumped by 4 individuals. It was 6 individuals that walked over there to his tent. Let me get you two together because y'all talking that smack like y'all know what y'all talking about. See, you two don't even go look into evidence or go look into the situation at all. All you've done is sit at home, eat food, and just listen to what you're hearing. But we've actually go looked into it. You have to register to actually see the video. You understand what I'm saying, Candy Girl Pink? Let's get them together right now. You have to register to see video. And the school kept the videos in their possession so the police couldn't play with the video, Jesse, Norma. That's why the school kept the videos. You know it was multiple videos. Why? Because multiple people took video footage, stupids. Multiple people took video footages of the footage. The footage that they showed in court was not the direct footage that was done. They showed one of many footage, but they didn't show the right footage that actually shows what happened to Karmelo. So let's get you together, Jesse. Let's get you together, Norma.
He fell on him, and the knife was, he had the knife in his hand.
Well, it wasn't a knife.
What was it?
It was a tool.
Oh, I'm sorry, Norma and Jesse. The lady this older white lady that show people, this white lady, this white lady is telling you what she's seen on the video. The video that you didn't see. Let's get you together. She's talking about the video she's seen with her own eyes. The video she had to register to see. Oh, no. I'm sorry, Jesse. He said he had his hand on the knife. How was he jumped? Let's get you together again. Let's get to the footage. 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 Let's get to the footage.
Accountable, because if we don't, who will? And if we don't like it, get the stepping, because
Hit that like button, double tap that.
you already know on this channel we hold this racist system accountable, because if we don't, who will? And if you don't like it, get the stepping, because it ain't gonna stop. Now run a tape.
Now he killed that child. He fell. Yes. He fell on him. And then the clip. And he had that in his hand.
Yeah, the tool, it's like a little tool like this, like a screwdriver.
I like that.
Completely, because you're allowed to have that tool as a track athlete to tighten up your feet.
Yeah, okay. And he had it in his hand. And the other kid fell on him. I saw him. You said I saw the other kid trip.
Because they all white, Mr. Rash says. Why did every single witness point to Karmelo as the aggressor? Because they was told by a white boy named Hunter, and they all was white on there bleeding with that same witness. So nothing of a witness was that. Nobody said that he was jumped because they didn't even see that footage. So the footage that was shown wasn't even the footage being shown of what even happened.
That's why I said.
Gotcha.
That's why I've always said.
So Karmelo Anthony just got revenge in the court of public opinion, as new witnesses continue coming forward since the trial. Now, an elderly white woman says she saw the video and believes Karmelo acted in self-defense. Supporters say these accounts could strengthen calls for a closer review during the appeal process. Make that make sense. And like I always say, in the words of Johnny Taylor, they running out of lies, getting hard to think of an alibi. I told y'all, bro, it's a lot of Caucasian people that's speaking up for Karmelo because they have white fatigue also. And if I'm lying in my comment section, tell me I'm lying. It's been witness after witness after witness after witness saying the same exact thing, bro. They all got the same story, that Karmelo is innocent. But we'll talk about that later on in this video. So before I spaz out, I told y'all from the jump, man, this whole trial was rigged. Oh, y'all still don't believe me? Man, run the tape.
So today I was looking in the face of Karmelo Anthony. When I saw the judge come in, and then I saw his lawyer, and then I saw the state, and then I saw the jurors, I said to myself, oh man, this brother here, they got him. Oh man, it's not looking good for your brother. Because the second I saw the lawyer, any black person knows that when a racist walks in, you can almost cut it with a knife. The judge was racist. The judge was like almost like had his mind set to the point where he was like very cold and almost like completely disregarding anything the defense said, right? And then not.
Let's get right. This person, hit that like button, double tap that screen. This man is a person that was in the courtroom with the trial, and he's telling him when he seen the judge, he seen the defender, He seen the prosecutor, and then he looked at the jury. He said, "Oh, my brother, this man is cooked." And just as well as he looked like he was finna get cooked, he got cooked. Now, Candy Girl Pink said Hunter was the one who grabbed Karmelo's backpack and blamed it on his twin brother, Austin, during the interview. Let me say that again for the white people in here that's racist. All white people are not racist. All black people are not racist. But there are some racist people in here right now. Let's get y'all together. Listen here. Your boy Hunter, let me tell you how much Hunter ain't shit. Hunter sat there and blamed what he did on his brother that's not with us no more. Now, what kind of brother is that? That'll sit there and blame what he did and blame that on his brother. Hunter said Hunter was the one who grabbed Karmelo's backpack and blamed it on his twin brother, Austin, during that interview. So you got to understand again, Hunter and Austin were the aggressors. They the ones that wanted him not to be up under the tent. And by the way, they wasn't even up under the tent. The real story was that when the videotape come on, it shows you that Karmelo was already sitting under the tent. And it shows you that 6 boys walked towards him and pursued him. 2 of the boys walked off. One of them went to a teacher to distract a teacher talking. The other one walked away. 4 of the boys went right to Karmelo. That's when the commotion, the backpack pushing, the threats, all of that began. And even in that moment, the people that seen it still say that Karmelo still made his way out of that and tried to run away. You better kill yourself if you up in here being stupid, because that right there is grounds for self-defense when you're talking about all of these people seeing this happen.
His head every time the state said something that he thought was slick. When it came to the jury was mostly white, and then probably other people who would probably like click white on the census, even though they probably aren't. There were different Asians, Central Asians, Southeast Asians. There were Arabs there, so it was a.
Hold up, Rick. Shut your mouth. Don't tell me shut my mouth, Rick. Don't do that. And I see your picture, partner. I appreciate you on here showing me your picture face to face. That's cool. He said, but you didn't see the video, right? So shut your mouth. I'm gonna try to get that video because I got a video on her that you finna see. So don't tell me to shut my mouth because you in my house. I can shut your mouth permanently in my house. See, and that's another thing. I ain't got to put you in timeout. I ain't got to stop you. You free to talk, but don't talk that shit to me, homie. And I'm going to tell you something else, too. I ain't got to see the video. If 10 to 20 people see a video and they consistent, it don't take my eyes. I'm showing you what they said as if I seen it myself.
Very interesting kind of point of view. They came to a consensus. They were deliberating. They came to a consensus immediately. It was like an hour or two, like passed by, and they were like, "Yeah, he's guilty." It's like they already had it all in their mind. Like even the way that the cops moved, they were like smiling with us and trying to act nice. But when it came time to protection, they always, for some reason, just me as a spectator and as a reporter, they were always siding with the white folks. They was always like protecting them. And sometimes there would be fights breaking out, like things that looked like it was about to break out in the fight. They were just waiting and waiting and waiting. It was a very, Collin County, you are all.
Fake news for what? See, this that racist shit I'm talking about. Because this ain't fake news. This is us just listening to somebody telling us they was in the courtroom and what they witnessed. That's it. That ain't fake. That's real. If I was sitting there and I seen a white judge, white defender, white prosecutor, white jury, no blacks, no word to help nothing, to even say anything, that's no jury of my peers. Ain't nothing fake about this man sitting there. He giving his opinion. This is not news. This is an opinion of what he think because of what he's looking at in the courtroom. So anytime you thinking about chipping out or what y'all calling that, we gonna call something for y'all because see, we can't figure out what that term is. But you racist mothers, it's a different day and age now. See, back then it was different, but see, today you would get punished for saying chipping out in my face. You would get punished for saying chipping out in public nowadays. So I'm telling you, Rick, you better thank God that this internet and this web help you. Jesse, y'all need to thank God this internet, y'all can help this internet because today you can be racist and walk up and you're gonna have to make a decision. Yeah, you gotta do something about it. We definitely gotta do something about it because this ain't back then. This ain't back then in my mama and my grandma days when people was letting people have to do this and be slaves. Oh, this ain't that, fam. 2026. You see what's going on. And we hate that happened to Austin. But Rick, you need to learn from what happened, fam. Watch your mouth, dirty.
Racist county. You're racist. If you look at, and I'm not trying to be like possessed by the spirit of the people that were outraged by the verdict. But like, if you look at it objectively, there were too many things in place that were just stacked. The odds were stacked up against them, and I do not feel that Karmelo Anthony got a fair trial. I know that there's efforts for his appeal right now. I pray for him and his family.
Multiple people who attended the trial have claimed they witnessed or felt racial tension throughout the proceedings. Some pointed to the all-white jury and the atmosphere surrounding the case as reasons for their concerns. Supporters argue these experiences have raised questions about whether Karmelo Anthony received a fair trial. Make that make sense. Let's slow down. Let's use our common sense. First of all, no black jurors. And to this day, bro, we haven't seen not one picture, not one video of the incident. The trial took 7 days, and every single day, it's a new witness saying the same exact thing, bro, that Karmelo is innocent. I can go on and on, man. Even she said it. Karmelo didn't mean to poke Austin. They both failed. I keep telling y'all, all these people on the same team, bro. The judge, the attorneys, the coaches, the students, the teachers, the media, and the DA. I can go on and on, but trust me, they can hear those saxophones get louder and louder. And speaking of the DA, they called Karmelo a murderer. Check this out. Dr. Candace Matthews recently highlighted a 75-page lawsuit that accused DA Greg Willis of SA and misconduct toward female employees. She questioned why Willis publicly labeled Karmelo Anthony a murderer while facing serious allegations of his own that have drawn public scrutiny. Make that make sense. And in the words of the Williams brothers, sweep around your own front door before you try to sweep around mine. First of all, thank you to Dr. Matthews, man, for always standing on business for our people, bro. But come on, little Greg. How you a DA, bro, and you're forcing yourself on women, allegedly. But got the audacity to call Karmelo a murderer, man. But check this out. I never hear them calling Daniel Penny a murderer. I never hear them calling Kyle Rittenhouse a murderer. I never hear them calling George Zimmerman a murderer. I never hear them calling Child a murderer. I never hear them calling the 5 Louisiana troopers that murdered, bro, Ronald Green, man, in cold blood on video, man. I never hear them calling those troopers murderers. I never hear them calling the doctors that murder black women while they going in labor, bro. While they in labor and they murder them on purpose. Nobody ever called those doctors murderers. And I can go on and on, bro. So in my opinion, Karmelo was defending himself. And he not getting no 35 years, man. As long as we fighting for him, I said what I said. It is what it is, partner. After crowdfunding support for Karmelo Anthony's family faced setbacks, several celebrities publicly voiced support. Supporters say their involvement has helped keep attention on Karmelo's case and appeal while encouraging others not to stop speaking out. Make that make sense. And y'all already know, bro, before I end this video, I have to always speak from my heart. Before I end this video, I have to always speak from my heart. Look, they didn't expect us to go this hard for Karmelo, bro. So in the words of the main ingredient, everybody plays the fool sometime. There's no exception to the rule. Well, guess what? We ain't playing the fool this time, because every single time, man, this racist system, they have no problem railroading our people. But when their people commit crimes, they get to go home. They get to celebrate holidays with their family after causing so much damage to the black community, bro, every single time. And if I'm lying, in my comment section, tell me I'm lying. Man, thank you to the Caucasian people that's speaking up for Karmelo. And thank you to my people that's always speaking up, that's always standing on business, bro. Man, free Karmelo till it's backwards. I'm out. But before I go, imagine having an attorney, bro, that wasn't even on your team, bro.
Wasn't even on your team.
The whole time he wasn't on your side.
Dang.
And the fact that the judge, the attorneys, the fact that they over-explain themselves, man, they over-explain it. That tells me everything I need to know. Man,
most of these judges throughout America was hired to be biased. They were hired to support, to feed a two-tier system. They were hired to go extra.
It took a long time for me to find this video in full because it was a live stream. I was trying to figure out if these were real people or hired actors to state what they stated when they claimed that they saw the video. There's a conflicting story going on here.
So you actually seen the video with your own 2 eyes? Yeah. Are you able to elaborate on it? Yeah, but come on now. Okay, on the video you can see the 4 that actually was involved and maybe about 3 or 4 others that were with him.
Let me start this off by letting you guys know that I'm getting ready to play some videos. Some of you might not have seen it in full. It took a long time for me to find this video in full because it was a live stream. But I tried to track this down, and I finally tracked this down. I know the people. I know the people's names that are in this video. I know the other videos that I'm getting ready to play. I know that person's background. I was trying to figure out if these were real people or hired actors to state what they stated when they claimed that they saw the video. Okay, so this particular video, what you're going to see is a live stream, a news conference of the people. They're going to claim that they're advocates for Karmelo Anthony. Now, I feel as though this is important because based off of what they claimed that they saw in the video, they were able to see the video. Based off of what they claimed that they saw in the video, there's a conflicting story going on here. Now, this is alarming. Now, that's not to say that Karmelo didn't do what he did. I'm not saying that at all, and neither are they. But they're explaining how, based off of what the video is displaying, is that he was acting in self-defense. So I'm getting ready to play this now.
Austin Metcalf and Karmelo Anthony, and they're going to speak to that. They're going to speak to exactly what they saw when they introduced their public information request. And I think that you're not going to be surprised by what they saw, but we want to make sure that we get this information out to the public. So we'll start with T. Sturdy.
My name is actually Tony Sturdy. Again, I was one of the ones that saw the video. It's kind of bewildering that it doesn't align with the testimony that was presented. What I saw in the video.
Look at this man right here saying this is bewildering. He ain't lying about nothing. That man look like he an honest brother, do what he got to do, take care of his business, whatever the case may be. This man said this is bewildering because why am I looking at this tape that say that this tape is showing me this, but in court, none of this was brought up. And you talking about somebody chipping out. Yeah, it's time to chip out. For sure, let's chip out. Because you're lying, so it means somebody got to get smacked up. Because y'all chipping, yeah, you got to chip out. Because, folks, you got to chip out. See, violence got to be done because y'all keep playing with us. Stop playing with us. You want a whole video? Come on.
Or What I saw in the video was actually more than 4 kids. There was 6 kids. Yeah, there were actually 6 kids that walked up in the stadium. 2 splintered off. 4 went directly to Karmelo Anthony. And
you heard that, Rick? Okay, yeah, see, Rick, yeah, you racist, because now he's talking about we are liars. So, yeah, like he said, it was 6 kids that ran up, walked up. Let's get right. We're going to get right.
Kids, there were 6 kids.
What he got to lie for?
Yeah.
What, he don't have to lie. Brussels, 3028, he probably lying. This is you exposing your racist ass. That's cool, but listen, he ain't got to lie. He's talking about, so he's looking at a video. Why? Because he did the request of public appearance or public information. So you had to request for it first. So there's no way he can't see it. You have to request for it, you have to register, and then you have to actually go look at it, and they have to give you access to see it. So he did all of that.
There were actually 6 kids that walked up in the stadium. 2 splintered off. 4 went directly to Karmelo Anthony. And there was a brief conversation.
I'm sorry,
All right. Start over.
Yeah. It's good finish. So, keep it going.
Look at that!
Yeah, so again, my name is Tony Stardevan.
He's instructing him like he's telling him, like he has the phone. The guy with the bow tie, and keep your voice up. Like he's following the script. Now go ahead. Now start over. Giving him instructions. This is a
Candy girl, Candy Pink. Did you just see that? Whoa! Hey, press 1 if you see. If anybody seen what I just seen. If you just seen that white officer just walk up and tell him to stick to the script and read the paper, press 1. Because I see, we ain't got to make this shit up. We ain't got to make up nothing. We ain't got to make up nothing. We ain't got to make up nothing. When it's truth, it's truth. You ain't got to sugarcoat it with lies. If it's the truth, why you got to make up lies? If you seen the white man, big arm, walk up and tell that man, hold up, stick to the script, start over. The man had to start over introducing his name again. Oh, we're going to look at this. Hit that. See, don't play dumb. Let's go.
I'm sorry.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that arm. Look at that arm. Look at that arm. You got to be blind not to see that big arm just come up in the middle of that man telling him it was 6 kids. And this ain't the thing about, this ain't the thing about guilty or not guilty. Karmelo Anthony told them he stabbed them. He said, I didn't even try to. He said, no, I did it. He said, is he going to be all right? He said, I told him not to mess with me. Leave me alone. So he's already telling them like, yo, I did that, but I did that under circumstances. I didn't just do that like I walked in and I was on that. That happened because of some circumstances. Is dude gonna be all right? That's letting you know Karmelo ain't no killer. He ain't cut from that cloth. That's how you know he ain't about that business. That's how you know he wasn't standing on business that day. So for y'all in here making him look like a murderer, this little kid look like a murderer, no. Because if he was, he wouldn't have been talking like he was talking about something that just happened, the way it just happened. Excuse me. So when we talking about dude right here and this arm right here, this case is so corrupt. that y'all ain't doing nothing but exposing yourself. This ain't doing nothing but exposing racism, the system, and everybody that support it. Hit that like button, double tap that screen. Let's go. Because I want y'all to see how he talking and then the white man come up.
It's presented. What I saw in the video was four. What I saw in the video was actually more than 4 kids. There was 6 kids. Yeah, there were actually 6 kids that walked up in the stadium. 2 splintered off. 4 went directly to Karmelo Anthony. And there was a brief conversation. Start over. Start over. Yeah. It's 15. So, keep going. Yeah, so again, my name is Tony Sturdivant.
He's instructing him like he's telling him, like he has to follow a script. The guy with the bow tie, keep your voice up. Like he's following the script. Now go ahead. Now start over. Giving him instructions. This is supposed to be a natural occurrence. You're not supposed to be guiding a person into how they're supposed to give their take at a so-called press conference. You're not supposed to be doing that. Especially when you have a live mic. Is that the reason why we're only seeing clips of this? Interesting. See, this is the reason why I wanted to see the full video, and I have the full video.
Yeah, so again, my name is Tony Sturdivant. I was one of the individuals that put in a FOIA request to see the video. What I saw was starkly different from the testimony that I heard given in the trial. There were 6 kids that walked up, 2 splintered off. I guess that part of was.
Who is this? CMI Stormtrooper? You sound stupid, Stormtrooper. Yeah, he's telling the dude to stop lying about the facts. you sound dumb, fam. So yeah, he's not telling them nothing. He just told them something, and the black dude don't even care what the white man just said. So he's literally repeating what he said in the beginning so he can be clear. Let's be clear. Start from the beginning. He said stop.
Yes, again, my name is Tony Sturdivant. I was one of the individuals that put in a FOIA request to see the video. What I saw was starkly different from the testimony that I heard given in the trial. There were 6 kids that walked up, 2 splintered off. I guess that part of was introduced in the trial where they went to deflect the coach. The other 4 walked directly to Karmelo Anthony. There was a brief conversation. Maybe 20-30 seconds. 20-30. From there, a scuffle ensued.
So right there, that's the brief conversation. That's Hunter and Austin. Let's say that again. That's Austin and Hunter walking up, talking that talk. This the book bag. See, this is the lying people in there talking about who was the aggressor. Yeah, this is that. Now we're getting into the meat and potatoes about Hunter walking up, grabbing book bags, and Austin walking up, pushing people, acting like they tough. Oh yeah, so like he said, it was a brief conversation, about 20-30 seconds.
It didn't last long. Karmelo backed up the canopy. He looked one way, looked to the left, and flew down those.
Okay, so think about this. Hunter and Austin, actually it's 4 people in there, but Hunter and Austin is the people that they're aggressors. That man just said it was a 20-30 second brief conversation. And clearly Karmelo felt how he felt, and he still left. So this man then left the situation. See, this how you know lying mother. Ooh, y'all, let me tell you something about vengeance is mine, said the Lord. That man left. He said he backed up out of there, looked both ways, trying to figure out which way to go, and he took off. So he already felt scared. So he backed out of there and left. They ain't tell you that, did they? They didn't say that in the courtroom, did they? They didn't show you that, though, did they, on the videotape, did they? Yeah, lying sacker. Keep going.
Those bleachers. Now, this is the video that was presented to us. This is the question that I have, though. Why wasn't that video presented in court? And is it the true video? Because, again, it's starkly different from the testimony given in the trial. Karmelo Anthony flew down those bleachers, fell at the bottom of the bleachers, got up, took off. It was maybe 2 or 3 kids that you can see kind of give chase, but Karmelo was gone, so they weren't even going to put a finger on him and touch him.
So they literally pursued him. So they're at the top of the bleachers. They had a 20, 30-second conversation that seemed like it was finna start something. Karmelo backs out the bleachers and runs down the bleachers. He literally falls at the bottom of the bleachers. What? The man falls. 2 or 3 guys from the tent looking for him, and they pursue him. But the fact that he's running track, that boy is gone. They can't even get to him. So think about that, fam. This a whole episode. Hit that like button, double tap that screen. Listen to me. This a whole confrontation that didn't happen before a confrontation about somebody losing their life. Press 1 if you hear what I'm saying. You understand now that it's 2 confrontations. The first initial confrontation, that man runs away. Let's find out about the second confrontation. Hit that like button, double tap that screen. Let's go.
Again, there was a scuffle that ensued at the top of the bleachers.
At the top.
And Karmelo got it. But I don't know why that was not brought up in court. I don't know why that was shown.
Why they ain't say that?
I don't know if the ISD gave us a bogus-ass video.
Yeah, the white racist people in here, let us know why they didn't say this in court. Why they couldn't bring this up in court. I want to hear from you. Why they couldn't bring this up in court? Is it because they wouldn't have shown who was the aggressor? Is it because it would have lightened the load? I just want to know. If Karmelo Anthony was so guilty of murder, not manslaughter, why couldn't you all show this tape in court? You see that? You see that? Mama loves something, they act like they was there because it's a lie and you can't lie in court. You see what I'm saying? Y'all be sounding so stupid. How is this a lie? If I'm so glad this the racist white people that's talking, because when you racist, you sound stupid. When you racist, you just stuck on being racist. So you don't care how you sound. You would just make up anything when you racist. It don't matter who you are. Even when you get the facts, you still gonna say stupid stuff because you're racist. You don't care. You don't want to be on it. So you make it seem like you don't even want to see 2 + 2 = 4. You still talking 5. Because you're racist. You only see one side. You want it to only be one side. And I get it, because that's what you're in. But the bad part about this is you're going to look stupid being racist this time, because the facts are led by white people and led by the school. The school has the tapes. The school are the ones showing the people these tapes. The school. Nobody making up this. This ain't nobody's phone. This ain't no nobody phone, fam. That's why I'm like, keep talking retarded, so I can keep letting you know I got receipts. This ain't the video ain't on nobody phone. It's literally on the school cameras. It's in the school database. You can go to the school right now and see the video. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You ain't gotta lie. Ain't nobody gotta make up nothing. Oh, Brussels said, yeah, but the school probably racist too. We on our own, fam. Theo in the building. You see that? That's what I mean by racist. Because now they're going to say the whole school racist. The whole school racist. Oh, wow, man. This is crazy, fam. So you never get a chance with a person like you. Because even when the facts is facts, even when it's rules that black people got to live by, right? And you live by them, and you still find something wrong when a white person do something to break those rules. The same rules that was set for us, and a white person break the rules. the black person still gonna get blamed some way, somehow. And that's how you know what the racist card hits. Because even when it don't make sense, that's how you know it hits, even when it don't even make sense. Like right now.
I don't know, but that's what I saw.
Interesting.
Hello, everybody. I'm an advocate for Karmelo Anthony. My name is T. And when I went to see the video, they asked if you want to see it from either 2 minutes before the stabbing or 11 minutes before.
The information, I don't know why they're trying to abbreviate their names. Well, she said that her name is T. According to what I have, they're saying that her name is Tiffany Billions. I don't know why they're not trying to state their names here, because I feel as though this is very important. If you actually saw something totally different and you're going to tell the public what you saw, I don't think you should be abbreviating your name or trying to hide your identity. This is very important.
Hello, everybody. I'm an advocate for Karmelo Anthony. My name is T. And when I went to see the video, they asked if you want to see it from either 2 minutes before the stabbing or 11 minutes before. So I chose 11 minutes. From the moment she pressed play,
The school asks you, do you want to see the stabbing 2 minutes before or 11 minutes before? Let me say that again for the people in the back. The school that owns the tapes of Karmelo in confrontation with Austin and Hunter Metcalf ask this lady and that man, what minute marker do you want to start the tape? The 2 minute mark or the 11-minute marker? She said, just give me the 11-minute marker. So she didn't even see so much as to everything else that's led up to him being in the tent before that.
Karmelo Anthony was already sitting up underneath that canopy. And he was sitting there for at least 8 to 9.5 minutes. You see.
Okay, let's get right. Hit that like button, double tap that screen, double tap that screen. Hit that like button, double tap that screen. For you white racist people in the world. Shout out to my white people that's cool. Shout out to my white people that's thorough. Shout out to my white people that know how we coming and we living and we breathing. Shout out to the white folk that understand that we all are together under one world, one earth, one rule, one way. And that's because we all human. But you hear what she said. She started it at the 11-minute marker. And that man still, it came on with that man sitting up under his tent already. And he was up under there for another 9 minutes. So that means she's looking at him when the video come on. Sit there. And then she remains looking at him sit there for another 9 to 10 minutes. What? She's literally watching the video footage go by. She's watching the minutes. And she talking about she got to lie. Oh, no. Hit it. Let's go.
Hello, everybody. I'm an advocate for Karmelo Anthony. My name is T. And when I went to see the video, they asked if you want to see it from either 2 minutes before the stabbing or 11 minutes before.
The information, I don't know why they're trying to abbreviate their names. Well, she said that her name is T. According to what I have, they're saying that her name is Tiffany Billions. I don't know why they're not trying to state their names here, because I feel as though this is very important. If you actually saw something totally different and you're going to tell the public what you saw, I don't think you should be abbreviating your name or trying to hide your identity. This is very important.
Hello, everybody. I'm an advocate for Karmelo Anthony. My name is T. And when I went to see the video, they asked if you want to see it from either 2 minutes before the stabbing or 11 minutes before. So I chose 11 minutes. From the moment she pressed play, Karmelo Anthony was already sitting up underneath that canopy. And he was sitting there for at least 8 to 9.5 minutes. Wow. You see, well, I saw a boy in a black hoodie go over to him first, and then they left out of the tent, and then You see coming across the field was another 6 boys. When they got to the bleachers, one, he went out of frame, and the other one sat at the bottom. But the remaining 4, they went directly to Karmelo Anthony, and like he said before, it was a brief conversation, and then all you see is commotion. And we know from the interviews that Hunter did, we know that Hunter was, in fact, up underneath that tent. The next thing you see, you can see Karmelo, in the midst of them assaulting him, you can see Karmelo trying to back out, but he gets pulled back forward. The next thing you see is Karmelo, he comes shooting out the back, but he's still not standing. And he had to like kind of crab crawl backwards, and he had to like jerk away from them because they still had a hold of his hoodie. He goes up a couple bleachers and he's looking around for which way to go. He runs diagonally down the bleachers and then he falls. At the time of him falling, that's when I noticed another 3 boys coming down the bleachers chasing after him. Right. Once Karmelo got up, he took off. You didn't see him for the rest of the video. At no point in that video do you see Hunter holding his brother. At no point in that video do you see those boys ever going back to the tent and sitting down. That was all a lie. And I also have questions. I don't know how the defense did not play that video.
Hunter ain't shit. You lying mother. You lying mother. And see, let me tell you what else Hunter got to deal with. Hunter got to deal with this for the rest of his life, knowing that he lied and knowing that he the reason or that a contributor to his brother's passing. That man talking about they left again and went back and sat down again and something else or something. That's all a lie. Don't none of it hold up in nowhere. But for Hunter to sit there and don't embrace his brother, something up about that to me. Your brother, y'all on the same football squad, and you talking about you don't even embrace the man, ain't nothing doing nothing with him. Like, was that you trying to get that man up out of here or something, or what was that? Something about Hunter ain't right. We're gonna have to investigate him. Cause he didn't even hold his brother. He ain't even look for his brother. He ain't even console him. Said that man did whatever they did, left, went back, stayed there. They ain't even do that. Oh man, a lot to unpack.
Because when you see that video, it was self-defense. Karmelo was only 5'8", 130-something pounds, and Austin Metcalf were 6'1", 220-something pounds. So for people to say that he should have used his hands, people can die from fights, from people using their hands. And that's all I'm going to say for right now. So I want to say that this press conference is for people who saw the video, because we want to make sure that we get that information out there. The other thing is that we have noticed major disparities when we look up statistically the sentencing structures that Judge Roach sentences minorities under. There's at least a 75% disparity in the length of the prison sentence when the defendant is of color. And so this is a concern for us here in Collin County. I reside here, and so I am concerned as a citizen. If the law is supposed to be equal and everybody is supposed to be protected under that law, that means every race of people are protected, right? And so with that being said, I'd like to thank you for giving us the opportunity to express what we saw and what we're concerned about here in Collin.
That's interesting. This is very interesting. There's more than just one news media station there as well. And this was not aired by
King actually was a licensed attorney in Collin County several years ago.
His name is Christopher
King on a certain project. But I'm Christopher King. My handle is King Cash online. I'm also a journalist, and I have a couple things for you briefly today. I have filed my request for all exhibits used at trial. We'll see how that turns out. I mailed it in before with a self-addressed stamped envelope. didn't get a response, so I figured I'd fly down here and file it in person this time. So as to this trial, what I see as an attorney, I saw what I believe to be malpractice. And I don't know why it happened, but I will tell you a couple of quick reference points. Number one, he allowed those students young people, not professional people, to testify as to ultimate issues of fact, such as, was it murder or not? Yes. Was there provocation? Karmelo provoked him. That's not how it works. You have to make him elocute as to what Karmelo did to allegedly provoke a situation. That's how it works. And when you don't object to it, in the cases in chief, you cannot come back later post hoc and then ask the judge and complain about.
So that means that the defense attorney was in on it.
There were also no expert witnesses produced. No use of force expert. No jury. No jury professional consultant was there that I know of. Okay, so these are all very serious questions on this case, and I don't understand it, but I don't like it, and I think this is the proverbial travesty of justice that we have just witnessed here. And there needs to be an investigation. It's not right. It's just not right. Yeah.
Thank you for your, so I actually speak with them. So what's now, and this is what I stated at the beginning, what's next now is definitely a fight for justice. It's definitely a fight. They are definitely ready to file an appeal, which an appeal has officially been filed today. They're ready to move forward with seeing Karmelo get justice and seeing him getting a fair trial.
Oh, okay. So this actually happened after the trial.
County was a fair trial, and unfortunately, and I did attend some of the proceedings, and unfortunately, it does not appear to me that they received a fair trial, that Karmelo received a fair trial. So what's next for them is supporting their son, and we as advocates, we're going to continue to support Karmelo and support the family, and they're going to continue to fight for justice, and we'll be right there on the side of them.
And this is interesting because we didn't see this floating around with no major news media. They didn't pay attention to this part. And another thing was, another video was sent to me. Shout out to the 13% community server as well. But remember their stories. It's fresh on your mind. And while it's fresh on your mind, I'm going to play a different video. This is the next video that I'm going to show you all that somebody sent to me inside of the 13% community server. The lady in a...
Real quick. Shout out to Defying Brandon with the $5 donation in the super chat. Big Dog said Karmelo admitted guilt and motive. Don't know justification for what he did. That's true. Our people show the world exactly why our community is so dangerous. And I'm going to say this too, because Defying Brandon about our people and how we show the world why we're so dangerous. There's so much built up. There's so many different things that come about. The victim mentality comes from being victimized. It's so sad when I heard, and we're going to touch about this later on during the week, because as I heard a guy named Sneeko and Myron talk with academics about Chud the Builder and the victim mentality and violence and feeling always victim, feeling like a victim with the mentality. So you walk around mad all day, or you walk around feeling like less opportunity, or you walk around and because of what you've been through, somebody just can't, you can't handle somebody walking up being disrespectful. As if we want to handle it. As if we are being trained how to handle disrespect. That's not a memo class. That's an experience of how to handle disrespect and still be able to operate in the same space as people. Those things happen at your job. Those things happen in your work, or depending on what it is. It's happening all the time. But the point I'm saying is, it's not intentionally being done to where you have to really train for it. See, we don't have a bunch of child builders walking outside, just walking up on people, calling them a ninja, and knowing that word, what it does for a white person to say it, up against even you just pulling up on a gang of black people saying it as if you don't see a reaction coming, or you don't think it's valid of a reaction to come. But the point I'm saying is that nobody is training for Chud the Builder. Nobody is really preparing ourselves or our kids for people like Chud that's just going to walk up and instigate, provoke, just do too much to try to get an action out of you to cause you to get locked up, not them to get locked up.
something that'll cause you to get locked up. So, well, you know, these are the things that I'm talking about when it comes to this child, the builder, and people thinking that it's okay for him to come up with a word name, with a phrase, chimping out. Chimping out is coming, first of all, the word chimp is disrespectful to blacks. That's like calling us baby monkeys. That's disrespectful. So yeah, I'm a spaz out. Yeah, I'm a flip out. Yeah, I'm a pop off. Yeah, I'm a pop out. I mean, it's all of that's gonna happen. But you can't intentionally go after me, or you can't come for me. You can't intentionally come for me and then expect me to don't feel provoked or don't feel like I gotta show you how I'm coming. No, that don't make sense. That don't make sense whatsoever. And it's not clear or it's not fair for that to happen. And then even to hear chimping out, to hear that is disrespectful. You're calling me a young chimp, a monkey, and I'm tripping. People have to know that it's not okay to just say that. You can't come up with these phrases, these disrespectful phrases, and we just gotta be okay and cool with it. And you know what else is crazy about the black community? We use the NIGGA word towards ourselves more than we've ever had to towards somebody else. That's our thing. That's something we've grown to become accustomed and comfortable with. That's the difference, fam. It's not a thing about saying like, oh, you know. No, we have chose to take that word and relate that word to my own people and our people. But the fact that they say it in songs, they say ninja in songs. Now you find your kids saying it in other ways like that. Now the term is being taken out of context. The NIGGA term is being taken out of context. Everything that goes with it is not there anymore because of whoever's being said that don't know the history of it or how the history plays a role about the future. No, they're not. They don't get the privilege. You don't get the privilege to tell me how to handle disrespect when it's coming blatantly. We're gonna get back to this, but I'm just trying to tell you. And that's different. Because I don't know where it came from, and I seen it, and I'm like, oh my God, this is really a thing. So yeah, it was different. Excuse me, it's different for me because I have to explain it before somebody gets smacked in the mouth for saying it. They had a story the other day where it was like 3 white guys and it was the black guy. And the black guy overhears the white guys talking. And he hears something about chimping out. So he automatically is like, okay, let me chill out, you know, because I see what's going on here. To hear the word like that and think nobody's going to react to it, it's just blatant disrespect. It's just blatant disrespect. You don't need like that's what I'm saying. See, white people don't get that opportunity to be feeling victimized. They don't feel that victim mentality because you've never been victimized. So it's a thing about disrespecting anybody on any level and then telling them to chill out. It's a thing about disrespecting somebody on any level and then telling them, oh, you know, oh, you too emotional. It's funny how you can sit there and disrespect somebody's ancestors, somebody's past that life is built on today is the stuff they went through. You think we're gonna let you play with that? You think that? No, no. We can't allow it. Hit that like button and tap that screen. I'm finna give y'all some more truth and some more facts. Let's go.
Jacket. You saw all of these people on the news, but this is the portion that wasn't placed on the news. This was another guy stating that he saw the video and then he explains the video. And I'm like, wait a minute, the stories are adding up. Like, this is crazy. Why is this not being talked about?
So she already told you what I want to know. So you actually seen the video with your own 2 eyes? Yeah. Are you able to elaborate on it? Yeah. But, well, come on then. Okay. So can you tell the viewer that you seen the video with your own 2 eyes? Was it clear enough, or was it buzzy, or was? No, it was clear. It was clear enough. Why so many people saying this guy, the video not clear? I'll speak to it this way. The video is clear enough because they did edit the video, and I know people don't like to hear that, but they did, so it can be in a 11-minute block. Right. Because there's several video footage from different cameras. Okay. So instead of bringing somebody in to watch all that boring footage, they just basically condensed it to 11 minutes. Okay. And so on that, they did cut the angle a little bit so you can protect some of the kids or whatever. Right. You can still see clearly. Okay. It's clear enough where you can see the actual individual raindrops come by the camera. Okay. That's how clear it is. Okay. So just check that. So if you ever been to Cockendall State,
let me explain why they was able to see the video. Street Bomb 817 says, why did he get to see the video but no one else? Because again, when this happened, the judge didn't even order for the tape to be released to the public like all judges do when something happens. Also, they let the local police department investigate and handle the case. That's also wrong. The feds or the homicide is to come in, department is supposed to come in. The state is supposed to come in. They allowed the community police departments to do it. That was wrong as well. That's another reason why the video wasn't released publicly. Also, because of the school not trusting how they were going to handle this black man in this case. The school chose to hold on to the tapes because it was their property. They never let this be to the police. They chose to hold on to them. They didn't want anything being altered. They didn't want anything being withheld. And that's why if they knew that they were going to withhold anything from the real video or from the trial, this was going to be opportunity from the school to show the people so you got to understand it's the way that it's being looked at because true evidence hasn't been seen. The school chose to keep the footage. So if the police or if the court wasn't going to give this boy due diligence or due process, they were going to be able to show the public this tape. And again, you can see the tape. All you have to do is request for the tape. All you have to do is contact the school and then go through the proper process to be given access to see the tape. So let's start off or begin when I say, if the truth is the truth, why you got to create a lie? If it's truth, what the way it went down, then why we got to make up stuff? Why we got to withhold video? Why we got to talk to people that actually seen the real video? People that actually seen the video. And this man break it down so well for you.
You know, on the home side, that's where those 3 cameras are sitting. Right. One near the 40, one 50, that's the motion camera. And they got the other one right here. But they also have security cameras too. Okay. Either end on both sides. Okay. And I think they have a couple.
For the racist white people that I was explaining earlier, that it was multiple cameras running, and that the court and the judge chose which tape of which video to show the jury. But it was multiple running.
Oh, on the home side, that's where those 3 cameras are sitting. Right. When you're at the 40.
Oh, let me rewind so y'all can see how many cameras was there.
So can you tell the viewer that you seen the video, you're on 2 hours? Was it clear enough, or was it fuzzy, or what?
No, it was clear. It was clear.
So why so many people saying this the video is not clear?
I'll speak to it this way. The video is clear enough because they did edit the video, and I know people don't like to hear that, but they did, so it can be in a 11-minute block. Right. Because there's several video footage from different cameras. Okay. And so instead of bringing somebody in to watch all that boring footage, they just basically condensed it to 11 minutes. Okay. And so on that, they did cut the angle a little bit so you can protect some of the kids or whatever. Right. You can still see clearly. Okay. It's clear enough where you can see the actual individual raindrops come by the cameras. Okay. That's how clear it is. Okay. So just check that. So if you've ever been to Cockendall Stadium, you know on the home side that's where those 3 cameras are sitting. Right. When you're at the 40, when the 50, that's the motion camera. Then you have the other one right here. Right. But they also have security cameras too. Okay. Either end on both sides. Okay. And I think they have a couple more cameras up there. Okay. But those cameras, the one that they're showing is the one that's right to the right side of the 50-yard. Right. So it's directly showing where Karmelo and them were. Okay. So you actually see them walking up. You see that Karmelo is already up under there. He's under there minding his business.
Dodging the rain, or?
Yeah, it was still rain. You know, right. So that day we were under a tornado watch. Right. We were under thunderstorm warning, and we know we had already had some light rain then, and it started raining again, and it was over with. Okay. So that's kind of what happened on that day. But they were at a rain delay already. And so during that time, when that happened, the twins, their 2 buddies, and a few other kids, because there was a few kids involved with them, they were all coming from the direction of the middle school, coming walking back up. Right. On the video, you can see those 4 that actually was involved, and maybe about 3 or 4 others that was with them, skipping up, trying to catch up line. One veered off probably toward his way to go to the coach, kind of distract them a little bit. And then the other 4 came walking together. One went in front of them, went past. Right. The other 4 went and they surrounded Karmelo. You know, if you were Karmelo, and they showed that on that video. It's on the video. Okay, come on. You can see them. I'm gonna say little stuff. They actually tell you when you're watching the video. Pay attention to this corner right here, because if you look anywhere else, you might miss different things. Okay. So watch those 4. Here, there 4 right there coming up. Right. That's exactly what they say. Okay. And so you have no way to be confused that it's those 4. Okay. So they come up, they surround them. And this immediate moment of not even a few seconds of pause.
The 4 kids, it was 6 kids. Hit that like button, double tap that screen. It was 6 kids. 2 split away. The rest 4 kept coming. He said, there is no way you don't see the 4. You know it's 4 kids headed to Karmelo to cause problems.
That's when they jumped. And so
they actually did jump.
Yeah, it wasn't just no touch. It wasn't just all that moment. Yeah, it was push. It was all kind of things. But
all right, shout out to my racist white people. Where you at? That man said that's when they jumped him. It wasn't no push. It wasn't nothing regular. They jumped him. Physically jumped him. What? He said, oh, it wasn't no commotion. It was it was they jumped him. They pursued him to jump him. And think about it. And I'm gonna be real with you. It ain't really too many regular white people or white people outside the police that's finna pursue some black person. Say that again for the people in the back. It ain't too many white people that's just finna wake up and just finna go up and pursue and get into it with a black person. So so when things like this happen, you know, the police will pursue you. You know, you into it with a female or something on some domestic, they'll get you, they'll pursue you. But to be pursued or to even pursue, it says a lot when you do that. He said they jumped that boy and he was trying to figure his way. Oh man, this is diabolical.
Trying to catch up line. One veered off probably toward his way to go to the coach. Kind of distract him a little bit. And then the other four came walking together. One went in front of them, went past. The other four went and they surrounded Karmelo. You know, if you were Karmelo, and they showed it on that video. It's on the video. Okay, come on. You can see them walking. I'm gonna say good stuff. They actually tell you when you're watching the video, pay attention to this corner right here, because if you look anywhere else, you might miss different things. Okay. So watch those four. Here, there's four right there coming up. Right. That's exactly what they say. Okay. And so you have no way to be confused that it's those four. Okay. So they come up, they surround them, and it's an immediate moment of not even a few seconds of pause, and that's when they jump. And so they actually did jump him. Yeah, it wasn't just no touch. It wasn't just all that moment. Yeah, it was.
He said, pay attention because you're going to see the four over here. All this going on, but you got to look to the corner because if you look in the video, he said, if you look in the video, don't look at all this. He said, look in the corner. There's four individuals pursuing Karmelo Anthony in the corner. What are we talking about? Don't get confused with this. Look at over here. They come up and it's about 10 seconds to it. It ain't even, he said it ain't even that many seconds, about no 20, 30. They walk up and they get straight to the business. They walk up, touching them, let them know, hey, Dirty, what you want? How you coming? What you got going? What you? And then they pop out from there. Look at this. Look at God coming out with the real news. Look at God.
It was all kind of things, but Austin pushed Hunter again, and then everybody swung. But same time, so it's more than the twins that got some licks off of. So it showed that in the video. Yes, in the video. So again, you got Hunter and Austin standing in the middle. Okay. And you have the light bright boy here, and you have the dark boy here. Okay. I think that's what I remember. So nice skin. But that's where they were. One was going up and down while they were talking. Nice skin. Dark skin, black person. No, whatever he was doing. With Austin and Hunter. Austin and Hunter was in front. So where they're talking about grabbing bags, Hunter actually said that I grabbed his bag. Right. And then later on, he said that Austin threw the bag. Okay. Jeff also said the same thing. And so that's them both antagonizing. And we know under Texas law, I just have to fear that you're about to do something to me and you can get up out here. Yeah, so you ain't gonna touch me. But at that point, he still stood there and stopped there. And whatever they say alleged was said, you don't know that until they get to it here. But once they did that, they started hitting them. Karmelo actually was able to back out and try to get away. So he was actually trying to get away the first time. Austin grabbed him, and you can see his hoodie coming out of this, and they brought him back in. Wow.
That lady said the same thing.
Austin on the headlock.
So you mean to tell me, mother, hit that like button, double tap that screen. You mean to tell me they came to pursue him the first time, and he tried to run away. And Austin's stupid self snatched that man back into that situation. This black boy trying to run away, and Austin snatched him back up. Look at that. This man is running away, and Austin is literally snatching his death back into the picture. Look at God. That was Austin Metcalf's God trying to tell that boy, hey, let death run that way. Let death go that way. Let that go, whatever that is. So you got to understand, kids are not racist. Kids are only trained to feel a certain way about another person, even if that person don't look the same as they do. Kids are kids. They don't know nothing. You understand? They don't know nothing. Kids know nothing. And they only know what their parents teach them. Good, bad, ugly, stank. So when we talk about this first, there's a lot of evidence coming out right here. It was 2 situations. They walked up on him, tried to get it popping. That boy tried to run away from that. And he runs away from it. Falls down the bleachers, everything. Run away. Somehow, some way, that man get pulled back in. Somehow, some way, he's back into the situation. That's a little confusing. So how is this not serious, fam? How is this not brought up? How is this not in the forefront of the media and conversation? It just make you wonder. It make you wonder, man. The man tried to run away, and Austin asked for that to come back just to see his death right in his face. It's ridiculous, man. That is ridiculous. If you didn't even train, if they daddy Jeff Metcalf didn't train them like that, it's too much, man. People got to be exposed. Things have to be said. People need to be understood about what's going on.
You can see that all the rest of them are still hitting. That must be when the poke happened, because he was able to get out again, back out. He looked to the right. That's where the other little kid was filming, but they got some cell phone footage too. But that's where he was filming. He looked directly at him in his camera, and then he went this way to the left. He went down, he fell, and that's when they realized he was gone. So they were still punching. And when he fell, that's when they all turned around. They started chasing him. Austin.
He didn't stop punching. They were continuously punching as he left out. And this was on cell phone camera as well. So they were continuously punching somebody. Did they mistakenly do something to Austin at the same time? And they thought they were hitting Karmelo, and Karmelo had got up out of it? Interesting. There needs to be a campaign where this video needs to become public information. The video that they saw needs to be made public information immediately.
But he grabbed his chest. I guess he realized that something happened to him. And that's when he went down a little bit and he fell down. But all 3 of them were chasing him. But Karmelo was so fast, he got away and went around to the coach. And so you can see them on the video pointing toward Karmelo and the coach. And I can imagine, because Karmelo out of the camera on that moment, that he was telling the coach what happened. And then that's when Hunter said he whipped his head around. That's what you say. He just wasn't sitting. He whipped his head around. You see him on the video. And that's when he walked over to where Austin was, but he never touched him. So all that stuff about him rendering aid, holding his heart, he never did that, because the coach grabbed him and he told him. So at the end of the day,
I know that to be true because I saw that video myself. I pulled that up to check.
Chris Wade, 3135. Are you racist? Chris Wade, 3135. Are you racist? Chris Wade, 3135. Are you racist? I need to know. Here's a man that's seen the tape. He did the proper things you were supposed to do to see the tape. And by the way, why do you have to go through 1,000 things just to see a tape? If the tape don't go against nothing that was said or the verdict, why we can't see the tape? That's all I'm saying. And this just make white people, it make y'all folk look bad. You ain't even gotta be like this. You can be a nice, well, wholesome, balanced, everybody deserve respect. But this is really making people really look bad, fam, because it's too much coming out. And the fact that they didn't already beat him up once, and the man trying to run away, and he come back and get beat up again, and then all of a sudden, they falling on him, and then all of a sudden this man shot. He ain't even stabbed at him. That man fell on this man. It's too much, man. It's too many stories, inconsistencies. And that's the issue I'm referring to about how they play this tonight. But at the end of the day, we're going to find out regardless, because we're not going to allow them to continue to do it. Theo says, at staying with Karmelo, right, if they had stayed over in this shit, oh, that was you, and let us alone, none of this would be happening. Oh, you know that's really real. The fam said he's a liar.
Behind him to see what he was talking about as far as Hunter's story. Hunter completely forgot that he was on camera. I guess because it was so brand new, he wasn't well versed on how he should say certain things, on how he should.
Hunter lied, and this boy did forgot everything on camera. There's a lot on the mind, man, because it's almost got to make you feel like you're tired because you keep hearing all this and that. And then it's like another part of me that's like, I keep going in and out of it, but you're just tired. Because to be real with you, I told you, and I'm going to say this again. Someone lost their life. Someone lost their freedom. And now that has exposed the real racist people that stay next door to you and me. Let me say that again. Someone lost their life. Someone lost their freedom. And this situation has exposed the racist people in the world. Any of you that are racist on her now, I pray for you to stop being that way. Because if truth is the truth, then none of these facts have to come out. Let me say that again for the people in the back. If the truth is the truth, then none of these facts have to come out. And I'm only saying that because when you hear the stories, you see the videotapes, and we start to talk about how this was done. That man was, Karmelo Anthony got jumped. He was in full-fledged self-defense. And that should have been it. But no, they didn't want that. Why? Because Hunter lied and forgot he was on video footage. So we don't have to lie. We don't have to do any of that. We just have to make sure we understand the real from the fake. And that's as real as it gets. As always, fam, you know the deal. You know the level. You know what's going on. You in here with your boy Deala T. One way and one way is being done only Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. As always, family, I truly appreciate each and every one of y'all pulling up, giving me your opinion, showing me your love, understanding, letting me know where you're coming from and how you're living and how you're going. As always, family, you know the Cash App. You see the super chat. You already understand where we're coming from with the support. Hit that like button, double tap that screen. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss an episode, and share this with the world. And of course, family, when you come in, make sure you get comfortable. Make sure you get you something to eat, something to drink, something to smoke if that's what you do. Because you see the title, fam. You in here with your boy Deala T, my fam. And this is No Filters. Truly appreciate all my loved ones. I truly appreciate all my fam. Truly appreciate all my real ones. Y'all be safe, lock your doors. God bless.